dem First one I call, I sent a long email. I think we can discuss it.
Okay, let's get started. Let me have your attention, please. Let's get started. Welcome to the University of Tennessee Nuclear Engineering Department Colloquium Program. My name is Lee Dodds, and it's my privilege to introduce today's speaker, and we do indeed have a special speaker today. We have the new Dean of Engineering of our college, Dr. Wei Kuo. Dr. Kuo also has the title of Distinguished Professor in the College of Engineering, and he holds tenured professorships in both industrial engineering and electrical and computer engineering. Prior to his appointment in 2003, Dr. Kuo held the Royce Wiesenbaker Chair of Engineering at Texas A&M University and was the former Vice Chancellor and Associate Dean at Texas A&M University. He is a member of the U.S. National Academy of Engineering and in both the United States and Taiwan. From 1993 to the year 2000, he was a professor and head of the Department of Industrial Engineering at Texas A&M. He is a senior research associate and a senior Fulbright scholar with the National Research Council. He's widely recognized for his work in nanoelectronics and developing methods to reduce infant mortality. He received his PhD in engineering and MS degrees in both industrial engineering and statistics from Kansas State University. He also has an MS in nuclear engineering from the University of Cincinnati and a BS in nuclear engineering from National Tsinghua University. He was down here a few months ago. I'm going to tell a story on him now. Standing out in the hallway, and he and I were talking. He's the new Dean of Engineering, and one of our new graduate students walked up, and I said, okay, we've got a new dean, we've got a new graduate student. I think I'll introduce the two of them. And I did that. And then the dean turned to the student and said, young man, I am a nuclear engineer by birth. Okay? And that put a smile on my face and everybody else's face, too. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our new Dean of Engineering, Dr. Wei Kuo.
Thank you, Professor Lee. It's really an honor to come here and deliver this.
Let me do that.
Oh, okay. We can start. Okay. I've been told that this is a high-tech classroom and everything will be delivered right on time at 1:30 p.m. And today is January 21st. In order to be precise, I'm also a nuclear engineer. I will give you an exactly 21 minutes talk. No more, no less, not even a second more or second less. You'll see what I'm talking about. The message I want to deliver is, instead of giving a talk about nuclear engineering, in fact, at one time I was thinking to talk about safety of nuclear engineering. Nuclear power plant is a safe thing that you can see on Earth. The least safe thing that you can see is politicians. But I'm not going to talk about that. I'd like to talk about the future of the College of Engineering here at the University of Tennessee. On this picture, you can tell these are you and me, and they came from different kind of disciplines. They are the workforce for our society. They do things for us. But these people, they don't come to the way on Wall Street, New York, Los Angeles, or Knoxville, Tennessee easily. They need to be trained in order to behave. And these are the predecessors of those people, and before they were put in the workforce. And again, these are many of you. In order to have these people better educated, we have university. We have an engineering program in the country. We have different kinds of academic programs. I happen to think that engineering discipline is not only a discipline that trained out to be the driving force for our society. They are also the most decent persons, and they really contribute a lot to our society, and without being much appreciated as the other disciplines, such as lawyers and businessmen and others. Well, in order to have those people to work for our society in much efficient way, much more appreciated, contributing way, we have to educate those people. In order to have our students, our colleagues, to be better educated, like an engineering problem, we have input, we have output. Now, these are the input. We have to set up a high standards. We have to go to recruit people coming to the disciplines. We need to recruit them, and we need to advise them. We offer them opportunity for summer intern, co-op, and scholarship opportunities. Then once we have those, we need to provide good curriculum to help them. These are not the baby that you gave birth and not taking care of them. So we have undergraduate curriculum, we have graduate curriculum, and we have different kinds of seminars and to provide this with the hope that the students who graduate from this program will maintain good quality, not only professional quality, but also professional ethics. They should know that we are part of the community, the society. We need to contribute to the society. We want our product to come here with high successful rate. We need to improve our graduation rate. In semiconductor, this is yield. We want to have a high yield for students. Therefore, to do this, I'm going to give you a little bit discussion on the activities that we currently are conducting in the college. The college is like a small society which consists of numerous activities. I'm going to summarize some of those activities to you later in this talk. Let's take a look at curriculum. In our college here at University of Tennessee, we have 7 departments, academic departments, and a few research centers, interdisciplinary programs. All these departments range from one end to the chemical engineering to this department, nuclear engineering. At this moment, we have a common freshman program among those, which is actually quite unique among engineering programs in the country. There are only a few universities that have a common freshman engineering program. And we also have a good graduate degree program, which consists of MS degree of different disciplines and PhD degrees and a number of different disciplines. For those graduate programs listed above, we have asked each department, each interdisciplinary program to review our graduate programs in terms of number of hours required to graduate, as well as the contents, the research component of different kind of programs. Having said that much, I think it is very important that nobody can do everything. Therefore, I've shared with the department heads and the faculty that, number one, among our graduate programs, we need to do benchmark. We want to benchmark against the program which are similar to ours. We need to take a look at what are the special niches for our programs. Even for nuclear program, it varies quite a bit. What is the unique niche? We operate the college in some way like a business. We attract students, we attract faculty, and by presenting our niche to the community. We are in the middle of promoting the BS-MS joint degree program with hope that we attract students come in, the students can get BS-MS degree in 5 years. You know it's hard to attract high school graduates to go to the engineering program. In addition to providing scholarship to them, and our initiative is, hopefully, we'll put more emphasis on BS and MS degree. In addition, we will have more programs on the MS and MBA joint degree program. We all know that the first course in engineering that students should take is engineering economy. We should have impact to our society. So for that reason, our graduate program will have a niche, will have different kind of initiatives. Now let's take a look at what we expect from our faculty to do. We have very productive faculty members here. We like all faculty to be able to teach, to be able to train graduate students, to be able to attract research funding, to support graduate students, and we need to do scholarly work. And we publish, we disseminate the results, the research development results we have in our lab, in our own classroom, in our own offices, so that we can share our results with the community. In some way, our system actually here at this moment in university, I believe we are a little bit behind the practice that has been occurring in the industry. So we just need to do a whole bunch of things. We are being held more accountable. One question you may have is, in my previous slides, to be a good teacher. I have been frequently asked, what do you reward for being a good teacher? Well, then my question is, now who are good teachers? Oh, we are good teachers. But good teachers is not an excuse for those who don't do other things. They claim they are good teachers. Here is outlining what I mean by good teachers. You need to be able to communicate effectively. You need to write some textbook. You need to write software. Have you done some of the research on teaching? We frequently say that smaller class size is much better than large class size. Up to today, nobody verified that statement. I will challenge it literally. Hundreds, if not thousands, professors. Can you prove to me a smaller class size is better than a large class size? The answer I've been given has always been, wait, you know that. You've been professor a long time. I said, yes, I know it, but I need to prove. I'm an engineer. So I was told how to prove it. Any kind. You run experiments. You can do just like doing a research project. It may as well be the case, but how do you do it? These are what I mean by good teachers. At this moment, we are also promoting multidisciplinary research and teaching subjects. The boundaries among disciplines are getting very fuzzy. It's very difficult to say who belongs to what. I think for our college to excel, we have to promote 3 critical elements that can help us, can help the nation, and help economy. These 3 elements are nano-related subjects, which varies from chemical to biological. Information subjects, which is inevitably important, which is certainly confirmed from this study that we have here at this moment. Bio-related subjects. The worldwide market for the nano subject itself for this year is over $1 trillion this year. If we cannot play a role in such an area, we cannot train our students to have a notion that this is a state-of-the-art subject. We're not doing a good job for our next generation. We just have to keep on moving in terms of most updated subjects. So we are promoting that for that reason. You have said that we seem to ask you to do so much. What are the incentives? We like to say, well, what do we do? What do you get? In order to promote the activities, my job as the Dean of Engineering is just like your job. We have so many tasks to accomplish. One of my big tasks is to raise money for the college. our program is supported at most 35% by the state, funding. So we are providing a number of initiatives, incentives to faculty and students. Those range from scholarship for students, fellowship for the PhD students, professorships, fellowship for our faculty members. So we are doing some of those, and I expect we'll be doing even more in the future. What I expect my administration here at UT to do a few things. Our college works very well historically, but I mentioned that we are more like a family operation. We know where we do, and we know where we find the salt and the butter. But if we change the person, we have to learn things again from the ground. Therefore, I like to build up a system for us. We want to streamline our operation. I'd like to empower our department heads, different kind managers in the college to exercise the common goals, the strategic plan that we put together. Eventually, I want to have to be held accountable. Everything we do should be able to be substantiated, our contribution, and should be held accountable. For that reason, we have organized the college in the following way. I'm going to give you a 5-minute explanation about our new structure for the college. Communication is very important. It's not only communication between us, among us, but also communication between us and the outside citizen of the state, the broad citizen of the society, of the community. Therefore, I have separated the communication office from the development office. Traditionally, our communication office is a part of the development. I like the communication to serve beyond the development office. We will have 3 associate deans for the college. It's really a little bit of reorganization what we do. Instead of things are mingled together in a different way, we have the first associate dean for academic programs. This associate dean will handle faculty issues, promotion and tenure, recruiting, publicity, outreach, and the weak element of our program, international program, the student recruitment, the graduate students. The second research component for this will be associate dean for research and technology. I like this associate dean to handle not just research element, but also technology issue, intellectual property issue. This specific associate dean will take care of research centers, and we have a special contract person to take care of contract for our ever-increasing contract we are receiving. Our college has more than $20 million research funding, and we need a special person to help us and also to explore even more opportunity for us. The third associate dean is a very important associate dean. This person will take care of the undergraduate program. This will include many programs we have scattered all over the place, which include recruiting, minority, outreach program, scholarships, co-op, interns, advising. I want to consolidate them together to a single point of contact to deal with students' issue. One big event here is our retention rate is about 50%. In my opinion, that's not acceptable. I like to go to McDonald's, but McDonald's will tell me that 1 or 2 Big Mac is edible. That's not acceptable, in my opinion. And we want to improve. I think economically, this is very bad use of resources. So this associate dean will have those responsibilities to take care of those. So in a summary, we have the associate dean take care of the administration issue. My associate deans and myself are supposed to serve you, to serve the department heads. I like the department head to be the key contact place to be held accountable, to be empowered. So that would be the structures that we have. And we want to have the system to operate. Based on the system, we are going to expect department head to help with the following things. I'd like department heads to do benchmark. Benchmark against the programs ahead of us, not against the program a little bit behind us. We had one department head in this university show me the benchmark, and this department looks so good, and I look at the benchmark school behind us. That's the wrong approach. And I hope each year we're going to modify our peer groups. So we look for really the very best. I like the department head to engage himself or herself in the recruiting activities. I like the department head to go to at least 2 development trips to talk to the alumni, just to chat with them, to have a relationship built up. If we plant some seed today, if money will come into this college, say 10 years from now, that's okay, that's good. It doesn't have to come the time we are here. It'd be great. Things will come someday in the future. Without doing this, nothing will happen. To take development trip, like to write a research proposal, taking the trip, writing proposal, may not give you, reward. But without doing it, for sure you won't get anything. And finally, I'd like department heads like us to be responsive to your requests, your opinions. We cannot wait. If waiting can solve the problem, let's wait. If waiting cannot solve the problem, don't wait. The problem doesn't go away. In conclusion, I would like to say, having so many different tasks to accomplish, but do not lose sight of a key issue. We are promoting academics. It's education, the theme of us. Everything we're doing, we are raising money, we're doing things for the purpose of education. Today's atmosphere is really very difficult for any university, any college to operate without facing the multiple tasks put ahead of us. So we just have numerous things to do. A couple months ago, I shared with my staff about there are so many things to do, and one staff raised hand and said, "Dr. Kuo, how am I able to do so many things? Are you driving us crazy?" I said, "Well, I'm driving myself crazy." So I went back to my office, I list the tasks that's ahead of us. I came back to the staff, I said, I find out I have 45 tasks to accomplish. And he was amazed. A lot of people bluff, and she was very quiet. I think she may be thinking that I'm just bluffing. We have 45 tasks to do. And until one day I presented, a week after that, I actually had 79. And she came to me, she says, "It's real. Today I have 129 tasks to do." And you look at this is a little bit old. To substantiate my point, I'm just listing them one by one. Let you look at how many things we need to do. And some of these are just a very big picture. There are small, specific items we have to do. We need to find more scholarship for the students. I have appointed a number of task forces to recruit students. I got one report in my hand. It says we need to have a permanent staff to coordinate recruiting efforts. So we are looking for money to have a permanent staff to recruit. This college and this university are doing very well. It's running, it's continuous. I'm sharing with you. We are doing very well, but we have not been as visible as we could be. We are doing much better things than people know that we are doing. There are two kinds of universities. One kind of universities, they have so visible, but they are not as good as they are visible. And there are other kind of universities, they are doing good things. Nobody knows what they are doing. And we belong to the latter. The more I know this place, the more I find I'm falling in love with this place because they are such wonderful people, but we haven't let the people know what we're doing. That does not give us excuse. that is no good. And allow me to say, that's not American way. We need to tell people what we do. We may not want to exaggerate what we do, but we have to tell the public, the citizen in the neighborhood state, to know this is a good place to get education. We have good professors here who help not only the national lab, but help in general the nation, the economic development. So I am actually going to have a gathering with the new mayor, and he's going to give a welcome party to me with one alum for me to organize that and see what else we can do for the state, for the city. And I need your help, and we'll work as a team, and it is a great team. One professor said, what do you want to be known a few years from now? I really don't know what I want to be known. As I said, if we plant the seeds, we plant the trees, a few things will come up someday in the future. I think we want this to be a place of higher quality to get education. This is a place that people will be pleased to come here to work, enjoy working here. This should be a place that our citizens should appreciate that there is such a college engineering at the University of Tennessee. And our college will be ranked very well. And I know our ranking has actually improved last week. This is exactly 21-minute talk. I would like to entertain your question if you have. Thank you.
Questions or comments?
Yes.
I start. Happy New Year's Day.
Happy New Year.
What is your strategy of coming up with enough money to implement some of these tasks?
Right.
You know, with the constraint optimization.
Right.
What are some realistic strategies that you have thought about?
Good question. The first strategy is for me to take the job. Dr. Crabtree has promised to give me a number of dollars. And I sent the proposal to him this morning to catch those money, to implement some of those strategies. And our chancellor is a very sincere person. In public, he said many times, this college has been underinvested historically, and he wants to correct it. Our budget has been very tight. Last year, we were facing a budget cut. Our college was exempted. And this year, we're going to have another budget cut. I'm hoping we will be exempted again. And in addition, he gave us some additional money, and the proposal is being given to him. Actually, it's more than a proposal. It was a memorandum of understanding, and he already gave us something on this. That's number one, okay? We should not rely on other people. You know, we have to help ourselves too. The second thing I'm doing in-house is I like each department to help review their programs. Let me give you a summary of what's happening in this moment. My philosophy. I'm not interested in a huge program. Namely, I think maybe I'm not very big. I think having more muscle is more important than having a lot of fat. I'm interested in a program that's very solid, maybe a little bit smaller, but I like each individual to be paid more. I talked to a few department heads. Some of them can verify that. In fact, Samir can verify that. I want the new hires to be paid at a higher rate, but I have to sacrifice a few positions from the college. I think to have everybody fed with a lot of water is not a good idea. And so we are doing some homework in-house. So we are streamlining our operation and hopefully to save some money, but on the other hand to help with the other programs. And certainly the third thing is we are working very aggressively to talk to the alum and communities to raise money. I have, with the help of Kathy, identified 20 most promising alum who had a lot of money, right? And I'm talking to one at a time. I'm visiting one by one, and we'll be very persistent to go to all of them. I want to see at least once everyone a year, and face to face, including take them out for lunch. Did I answer your question partially?
Okay. Other questions or comments? Bill?
Would the associate dean for academic affairs be
Right.
responsible for distance education?
Yes. I want to associate in take our international program as well as the distance education. We do have, allow me to say a few words about distance education. We do have a number of distance education in our college, in individual department actually. One is in your department, I believe. But what we like to do is we like to promote distance at the college level. So we will have our person power to handle distance education international program. The market is huge. In fact, distance education, such as the University of Maryland, actually has made a lot of money out of it. It's a place to promote it. Yes.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, I do see that we have several new faces in the audience, and you may not know, but we always conclude our colloquium presentations with refreshments down on the second floor, and everyone is invited. But before we adjourn for refreshments, let's express our appreciation again to Dean Pope for his presentation. Everybody, let's do that. They'll follow you down there.
I guess not.